It's fake. It's not real. I wish it was real, but it's not. Hello, welcome back to the channel. That is a replica Voltex Type 5, I think, wing for my Evo. It's been sitting in my office for probably over a year. The main reason why it's been sitting in my office for a year is because I didn't have a diffuser, so I thought it would look funny. Now, I'm also not sure whether it's going to bolt on to the factory holes for the spoiler there. If it bolts on to factory holes, we're going to install it right meow. If it doesn't bolt onto the factory holes, I'm going to get another boot because I don't want to drill my boot, essentially. And we may look at doing a carbon boot with like maybe a duck lip, maybe something like that. But I'm kind of hoping it just bolts on. So I've never pulled a wing off an Evo before. So let's pull the stock wing off and let's see if this one fits. Those stickers are probably going to go because, like I said, this isn't real. I think some of this hardware is going to get changed, to be honest. It's very dusty. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or I'm going to feel like it's too obnoxious. It could go either way, to be honest. But you don't know these things until you try. You're dirty. Much better. All right, let's work out how to pull this boot off. So I have popped the boot. I'll probably recommend unplugging your light if you're going to do this sort of business. The light is this thing, and you just pull that little thingy out, and then your light won't come on, and then your battery won't drain. Yeah, so I'm thinking that this is probably going to have something to do with it. It looks about like in the right sort of position, and I'm assuming that. So let's see what's under here. I haven't looked into this. Okay, that's easy. Lean down there. I assume we're going to screw this. I assume you screw and unscrew this so you can change where it contacts on here. And that looks like a tenner. So unscrew these. I do have some, the bloke I bought this off, I bought this thing off secondhand. I bought this off of a gentleman who also has an Evo. He has a 7. He was moving away from this type of setup. He was going no wing, which is crazy. Oh my God, the light. So I do have some, come on camera, do your thing. I do have some bolts here somewhere that the bloke before me gave me. Yeah, these. So that's like not super thick. It might be enough. These are like a security Torx with a post. I gotta see if I've even got a bit that's gonna fit these. So I should have 4 of these floating around. That's what he was running with them. Now he said that the wing and like these types of wings, they sort of flex a little bit. So that's interesting. So I'm pretty curious to see how that goes. Yeah, all right, I gotta work out what's gonna fit there. All right, I'm gonna get my socket set out and then we'll get this thing off. I'm really hoping that this is just gonna cooperate and not be a pain. I do believe these have a bit of a seal on them. To be honest, it looks like this is lifted a bit anyway. This wing, has it been off before? Probably, knowing this car. It's one. Actually, I might leave that one on just a little bit, just so it doesn't fall off. I wasn't expecting this to be particularly difficult to work out how to get off, but I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't think it would be this easy. But I'm pretty excited to finally get this thing on, you know? It's been sitting around looking at me for, yeah, like a year at least. Yeah, longer than a year, probably like a year and a half actually. I think what put me off is I really don't think it's gonna fit the stock holes. So what I'm probably gonna do is lower this fella just so it doesn't fall off on me, which I can't imagine it would, but you know, just in case. There's a spider on the roof of my car. It's kind of weird. All right, let's see how well this thing's gonna pop up. What's getting stuck here? There seems to be some kind of thing in there. I think I spoke too soon when I said this was going to be early. Oh, early. I spoke too soon when I said this thing was going to be really easy. Because there seems to be. No, I didn't. I just got to pull it. It's just got one of those little heads on it that stop it. So you just kind of got to pull it, I think. Just like that. And then you have no wing on your Evo. Yeah, pretty cool. That was, like I said, pretty easy. So, in my personal opinion, wingless Evos look terrible. Let's see how this old girl's gonna look. It looks like a freaking Lancer. You can't change my mind now, that looks shocking. You just can't. That looks so bad. Why do people do this? Oh my God. I mean, if you have a duck lip, maybe, but like also downforce. Yeah, so this is what we got. Hole, bolt, a screw, maybe vice versa, and then that little plug thing. I don't I don't dig it. I don't know why I turned this on. I don't know what I was gonna say. It's kind of giving me drag car vibes, I guess. Like big fatty tires and then no wing, which you can't see because of the sun. I'm getting US vibes. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people in the US aren't running wings. Maybe they are, I don't know. So anyway, that's the old one, which is probably gonna go back on unless this surprises me, which I don't think it will. But now the moment of truth, let's see if that thing will fit the bolt holes. Fingers crossed, because I don't want to drill it. So I'm just gonna try and like line it up and see if it's at least somewhat close. I'm not feeling confident, but I've been wrong many times in the past. Does it look good? Can you tell me? Yeah, it's like on the wrong angle. I don't know how much flex is in this thing, but unless this is wrong. It's like not far off. I don't know, I need to put one. Does it look good? Does that look good? I don't know if that looks good. Let me know. I need to put one like screw in at least. Let me see if I can get some of those, 2 of those screws and like kind of screw them in so I can stand back and see what this thing looks like. I'm smiling for a reason. I'm smiling because I love it, but I'm also not smiling because the holes don't really fit. The back holes fit together, but like the front holes, see, like that's the hole there and that's the hole there. Now this has a bit of flex in it, but it's too far forward. So I'm thinking, can I flex this over and then just drill a new hole through here? Because I definitely don't, I'd rather do that and then plug that hole, but I need to think about it. But either way, check this thing out. It's pretty big. Like it's way bigger than I thought it was gonna look. Like I did not think it was gonna sit that high. That's crazy. I know the lighting isn't the best. If I manage to get it on, we'll pull it outside and we'll look at it. But look at this thing. It's freaking huge. Look how high it is. I think without the diffuser, this thing would have looked terrible because it would have been so unbalanced, but I'm just getting hectic track car vibes right now. So this I obviously need to try and investigate and work out where the hole is. So I might not be that far off, to be honest. Maybe I can like elongate these holes a little bit. That'll give me a bit of wiggle room. That might be the move as well. I was thinking that these were going to be too thin, but I think they're okay actually. I don't think you can go much bigger. Oh my God, I love it. I don't like this needs cleaning up. Like I'm going to be able to see that. Sort of take this off, and this obviously like needs a clean because that's probably never been taken off, but that looks friggin' awesome. Sorry buddy, I think you're sacked. God damn, I'm pumped. All right, I gotta work out how to bolt this thing on better, so I'm gonna play around with that for a minute, but I'm pretty excited. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do. It full looks like track car vibes. Oh, look at this thing. I think that the car's black too. It like suits really well. I know we got shadow and light and it's not the best, but like that thing is huge. I wonder how like does it hang out the back? Might be able to close my garage. We're gonna have to start moving Evo in further because that ain't gonna close. That's crazy. Here's what I'm thinking. You can see this side. Yeah, it's not really that close. The hole's there and the hole's there. So there's a fair bit to go on to make that work. On this other side, it's a little bit closer. So the hole is there and the hole is kind of like there. So there's not much in that one. It's actually quite close. I reckon I could nearly get that one just by elongating that hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this and the uprights off. So I'm just gonna undo these bolts. I'm gonna take the wing off, undo them, and then I'm just gonna be able to mess around with sort of the base plates or whatever the hell they're called, just so I don't have to hold this friggin' thing up. We could do custom base plates, just get some steel, weld it on, drill it, paint them black. That might be the move, but I'll see how close I can get with these, maybe just by modifying the holes a little bit. That's currently what I'm thinking. Now, I believe this wing is meant to actually fit an Evo. Now, obviously, because it's a replica, I'm not surprised that it doesn't, but you know, shops are selling car parts that are for an Evo and a friggin' thing doesn't even fit the holes. Like, does it fit at 8 holes? Wouldn't fit 7 holes because they got the whole triangular base happening. But like, come on, man, kill me. But on another note, I'm never buying real parts because I'm not trying to pay 5K for a freaking wing. And if I had like a friggin' real diffuser, I would never drive my car because I'd be too stressed on destroying real parts, which is gonna cost too much money. And that's crazy. So play on with the replicas. We just have these problems to deal with. That's cool, we'll work it out. I showed my mum and she hates it, but that wasn't exactly unexpected. We got one on. So we elongated the holes essentially. I mostly elongated the rear one, the front one a little bit, but mostly this one. You see I put tape on it. That's just like the carbon fiber splintering. Honestly, I'm not really even sure that this is carbon fiber. I really don't think it is. I don't know. Carbon fiber is usually white. This is gray on the inside. So to be honest, I think this is some kind of plastic, which makes me feel less bad about drilling holes in it. Anyway, this is on now, so it's in there. It does have a bit of wiggle room. It does have a bit of wiggle room that way because the hole in the boot is actually quite long. So when we put that back on it, we have a little bit of room to play. So now it's time to do this side. This side needs more. I don't know why, but that side was a lot closer than this side, so that's really interesting. A bit of rust happening back here. It's looking to be average. Might be a thing to fix one day, not anytime in the near future. Yeah, this one's gotta go a fair way. So I'm gonna elongate both a bit. I'm gonna elongate this one that way, elongate this one that way. If you don't know what elongate means, it basically means putting a drill in there and then like sort of like pushing it up against this side to push the hole that way. This stuff is quite soft, so it does really drill quite easily. So like that took me like, I don't know, 5 minutes, but I was sort of having to go, stop and check in, having to go, stop and check in. I know I gotta go a fair way with this one, so let's just get it done. You just gotta be careful the drill doesn't rub up against this because it seems to damage it. See, tell me if that looks like carbon fiber. Can you even see that? Focus. I don't want it to fall off. Yeah, let me grab this camera. Oh my god, I'm gonna drop this thing. Point my little screen down. That does not look like carbon fiber to me, but tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm wrong quite often. But that just looks like some kind of plastic. Alright, they are now both on. So this one took like 1 minute because I just kind of sent it. So now I'm going to, I have like these, like this rubber strip. So what I'm thinking is cutting out a strip the size of this so I can sort of have that between this and the boot. That might help like seal the moisture in is what I'm thinking, because I think like moisture could get under here, because obviously that's what's happened before because the wing was slightly lifted. So I'm thinking if I put like the rubber strip on it and then really bolt it down, that should seal it up. Plus it might stop it vibrating, rattling. I probably won't do that because I'm going to do it tight AF, but that's what I'm thinking. Now that this fits, we can put these back on the top part, put that back on here, cut out some rubber, and we're making progress. I really wasn't sure whether this was going to be on today, and it's looking good. And I'm pumped about that. I should have done this last year, but I didn't. All right, so we have the results of our elongation. So you can see that I've made this hole longer, sort of same with that one. That one's a bit wonky, but doesn't matter. Same with this one, I had to go a fair way on that one, and that one I had to go a fair way as well. So this is the rubber thing I'm talking about. So I'm gonna just stick that on there and then essentially just cut that out with a knife. Then that can sort of sit below that, and I think that will be a good thing to do. Okay, beautiful, just like that. So then that will sit underneath there like that. I'm just going to get the scissors and round these ends off a bit better, and I'm done. I think that'll be good. Obviously I got to poke a hole in these, but that's not really too much of a problem. Just going to use a screwdriver to poke a hole through this thing. Use my abs. Ooh, done. Mad. Now it's time to try the juggling act again of trying to unlock the boot, bolt this thing in, and make sure the boot doesn't flip up, because if I flip the boot up, it'll just go up because there's no weight on it. So I'm going to try and put that on there like that first. Then I get to put these in my mouth. Probably just 2 actually to start with. Probably don't need all 4 in my mouth. You know what I need? Did I put these on wrong? Oh fuck, idiot. I put them on wrong. I definitely put that one on wrong. Yep, I put them on wrong. Every freaking time. Shall we try again? It's looking a bit better this time around. Oh fuck, did I put these things the wrong way around? Okay, I'm not having much luck here, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is like somewhat precarious. Man, I'm shambles, eh? It's been a long day, not gonna lie. Something like that. Let's do the same over here. Maybe I'll leave that, maybe I'll do this one up first, because I can't really find the hole for it. So now I have to pop the boot, which is what the key is for, because if you pop it from the inside with no wing on it, it just goes which makes sense, I guess. It's really funny when you're trying to do car stuff like this by yourself, because you end up using like all kinds of body parts to hold shit, like you're using your head, face. Okay, I feel like I need a little leeway. Don't put this thing on backwards, freaking the holes aren't lining up. That doesn't even work. What did I do? I'm confused. Let me work this out. Yeah, far out. Oh my god, that is. Look how big it is. I feel like the camera's making it look bigger than what it is too. Wow, I got it on. I just had to pretty much pull this up and then put them in together naturally. We got them tightened, we got them on. Wow, that is an angry wing. God damn. Wow, it is so aggressive. It is like full race car spec now. That's insane. Like I said, I think I may pull this Voltex sticker off because obviously it's not real and that's kind of a bit weird. I might leave it on there, we'll see. That's crazy. Full race car vibes. It's very big. I'm very excited with it, obviously. Oh, I'm blurry. I'm very excited about it. Obviously, it's very aggressive. Is it something that I'm going to run for the foreseeable future? I don't know. Hopefully we don't have any defect problems because of it. I do actually have to get a pink slip like next week. If you don't know what that is, it's like a roadworthy certificate. So hopefully I haven't jumped the gun putting that on here and then I have to put the stock one back on because that would be really annoying. But I really like it. Anyway, that's the end of it. Big wing is on. It's looking excellent. I'm really happy with it. It's so aggressive. It feels like a track car now. Like, look at this freaking thing. With the fat tires, like without the fat tires and the diffuser, I don't think this would have worked. That's probably why I waited so long, to be honest. But now that those are done, this thing just looks really, really good. Especially in the afternoon sun. It looks a lot better than what the paint actually is. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. That was fun. Yeah, that was really fun. I like visual mods. I've always wanted a big wing just to see what it would look like, and now I have one, so live your dreams. Goodbye.